getting kind of sparse over here.
I feel terrible about Michael, and I totally would have voted, well, he voted for me, so that wouldn't have worked anyway, but I would have voted for somebody if he would have given me the immunity, but I don't think I'd have any chance of winning against him. And I didn't want to break with Elizabeth and Kevin, so I think, or Elizabeth guaranteed Luke the Final Four, so I don't think Megan will win an individual challenge. I mean, it's 4 against 1, so I think Megan will be the next one to go, so.
Huge backstab. Sorry, Michael. Just, I had to do it. He would have beat me. He would have won every challenge all the way up, or maybe missed one, if any. And then he would have got a lot of votes if he made it all the way. So I felt like it was his time to go. And then moving forward, it's kind of awkward because the news kind of split out what our plan is. It's top 4, we already kind of promised, and top 3. Top 3 is me, Abby, and Elizabeth. Then 4 is Luke. And then, so yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't feel like I wanted Michael out for a long time, but then he made his case, and I was kind of like, it's true. So it doesn't feel like it's, like, great, finally got my enemy out or anything like that. And I do feel bad because I know he loves the game. But, I mean, at the same time, he goes back and forth. He told Abby he'd take her final 2 if she voted with him. So I'm like, it's like I can't trust him. Plans from here, I don't know, like, me, Abby, and Kevin have talked about we will be final 3, and I promised Luke final 4 if he voted our way, which he did vote our way. So, I mean, and I told Kevin and Abby to stick with that, like, that's fair, like, and if, like, Luke wins the title at the Final Four challenge, which he very well could, then, that would be broken up, and yeah, we'd have to figure something out, I don't know, but, which then I should have just kept my idol, I guess, but I played my idol because I thought that possibly Luke was going to vote with them, and I thought they might vote me, and then I was thinking I should give it to Abby, because I thought, no, they'll know that I'll play it, I thought I should give it to Abby, but then it didn't matter anyway. So now it's like, yeah, of course I want to keep it now, but at the same time, I do trust Kevin and Abby. I think, I don't know, it's a little scary because if Luke does win, like, Final Four challenge, they'll vote me out, and I'll be 4th again, which I really don't want to be, but I know they will. Just because Kevin and, I could try to get Luke to be on my side, but Kevin and Abby aren't going to break up. I'll be the 3rd one out, like, so, I don't know. I figured that's how it's going to go. I don't know, I do know now, but I didn't know why Luke voted with them, but it's because Elizabeth promised him a spot in the top 4. They're going to get me out next. Like, it's decided. If I don't win immunity, I'm gone. And I think that's not really fair because, like, Elizabeth in all of her things makes this big deal about loyalty and your allies and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why are you choosing Kevin over me? She's like, well, he was allied with my sister, now he's allied with me. And I'm like, okay, well, and she's like, you voted for me. And I'm like, you backstab me all the time. You act like you're like this saint of the game, but you play it just the same as we do. Like, I don't know. It's really frustrating. I've made it farther than I thought I would, so I'm like happy, but Kevin should not be going farther than I am because of like some allies. He's not helpful or like useful. Like, he's quick sometimes and a little strong, but like not as strong as the rest of the guys. I don't know. I think it's not the right way to play the game, but that's what they're doing, so better be a mental challenge, because I'm not winning immunity if it's not.
Oh, I felt so bad by voting off Michael. We've been allied since the beginning, and I didn't want to get it a tie and then end up losing him because if I don't know exactly how the ties work, but it still seems like somebody could get voted, like somebody I didn't want to lose. I don't know. He's a hard competitor. I feel like if it was me and him in the final, he would win. And yeah, he's just a hard competitor. I don't know if I could do it. And it looked like, I don't know, might have made a mistake, made it well been, but can't change it now. Megan's on the outs. She's got one foot in the grave. She knows it. She basically is like, am I next? Yep, okay. So I'm just trying to get Kevin and me and Megan together, because me and Kevin could go all the way. So hopefully he makes the right decision.
I feel like I could beat her in the challenge.
And maybe it'd be better to pick one.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, I mean, you can really choose either way,
Yeah.
but Megan is the next out. She's like desperate for help. Me, you, and Megan could get the next two out, and then one of us would win. I don't think Megan will beat us in a challenge, and I will pick you.
That is an amazing idea. Oh my gosh.
Honestly, I will shake on it, and this is like beyond Survivor. If it gets to me and you final three, I will pick you if I win. If you pick me, if you win. And I mean,
crap.
we leave it up to jury. And honestly, I don't even think about what the jury thinks. It's really, it's all up to them. But I think that's our best bet, because Dodd and Abby are better competitors than Megan. We would have a better chance.
But I've been with them all the time.
Like, do you want to win or do you want to get third? That's all it's about.
It's not really third if I win.
Hmm?
It's not really third if I win that challenge.
Right. No, right. But, I mean, this is just an option if you want to get to final two. Because they sound like they want to keep each other if they could pick for jury. So I'm just saying, like, it's really up to you. But you could have an opportunity to get final two, absolutely, for sure, just about. Because me, you, Megan, we vote those three. Those are Abby and Elizabeth off. So it's us three. Then from there, you get both of them off. And then it's us, me, you, Megan, in the final challenge. We'd have better odds, me and you winning. It's like a 2-1 versus 1-2. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you're competing against Abby and Dodd, they might pick each other. Whereas if me and you against Megan, we'll pick each other for sure. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you, but I'm dead serious. I think we can make final two. We could absolutely make final two, like, guaranteed, I feel like. One.
Really? Okay, you can move it.
I don't want to read it.
Okay. For this challenge, you will see nothing but black. Find all the medallions and make your way back. Use the ropes to find your way. Oh, gosh.
I don't
Map out the path and don't delay. Move with force and don't hesitate. Get the idol first and have reason to celebrate. Like blind mice. So it's going to be where, like, our hand attached to a string, and we have to, like, go around the string and we'll find medallions along the way, and once you get to the end of it, I don't know.
There's like a necklace you wear ahead of time that has cutouts so you know which one you have. You know what
which
I mean?
one medallions you
I think
find?
so, yeah.
I don't know, I haven't played this, but I've played variations and stuff like that.
What is it now?
So you're blindfolded, and you have to find certain medallions.
How?
And you're
Like
either
they're
attached
connected
to
to
the
like an
string.
orange rope like that, or you have to hold on to a rope and like run it down the rope. And
It'll be
find
attached to the rope? Or?
It'll be either attached to the rope or like attached to a tree that the rope is attached to or something like that. And then find them all and then do something.
Okay, so again, I mean, these stack up for grabs. This challenge has been a pretty infamous challenge over the years of Survivor. It's called Like Blind Mice. Here's how it's going to work. You're going to start in the center of that course where the barrel is. You're going to all be blindfolded, and on go, you're going to use the orange rope to feel your way around the course. You're trying to get to 4 trees that they're connected to that have these medallions hanging from them. When you find a medallion, take it off, put it around your head, and move on. There's 4 you're looking for. There's a triangle. You can feel them on the inside. So there's a triangle, a circle, a rectangle, and a star. First person, you have to find all 4 medallions and then get back to the center and grab the immunity necklace. The first person to do so wins immunity. Elizabeth, because you have a wild, you have a pretty big advantage. You only need to find 3 of them. So once you have 3, you can make your way back to the center. Because you're blindfolded, the big thing is while you're feeling around the course, you're going to have to map out in your head where you've been, how the rope's kind of like a black box, sort of. So I'll put this back, we'll get you blindfolded and put you on the course, and then we'll get started.
So
So remember, you're trying to get all of your medallions. Elizabeth needs 3 of them, and everyone else needs to get all 4 and get back to the barrel that you're at right now. Your hand on the immunity necklace, which is in the middle. Here we go. So like I said, when you get to an intersection, you can make your choice. Hey, Kevin, you got rope out. That's what you got to be careful about. You feel it start to strain, and you know you're. Ow. Now when you get to a tree, feel for the medallions. And remember, the medallions are not on every tree. There are dead ends on this course also, so be aware of that. First spot in the final 4. Here, go around me. Abby's got an idol. Abby's on the board with 1.
wait, is this on my back? Oh no. We yank them out?
Yep, Elizabeth's got 1.
sorry.
Elizabeth needs 2 more.
Oh no.
Luke's got 1. Abby lost the rope. Abby's back on the course. Kevin's got 1. Megan's got 1. Everyone's on the board with 1. Elizabeth had an advantage earlier today, which means she only needs to find a couple. Yeah, just pull it off. Elizabeth's at 2. Abby's at 2.
Isn't Elizabeth at 3?
Yeah, I guess Elizabeth's at 3
Oh no.
because of her wild card. Elizabeth only needs 1 more. Luke has 1, Abby has 2, Megan and Kevin have.
Oh, it's a dead end that way. Rubber duck. How do we all get the same place? It's a big another one. This is just, it's just a string. It's a different string. Here's what.
Luke's got 1. Luke's at 2. Elizabeth's got her 3rd one, which means she's at 4 with her wild card. So Elizabeth just needs to find her way back. Kevin's got 2, Megan's got 2, Abby's got 2, and Luke's got 2.
Being attacked. I'll go this way. No, one too near people.
Elizabeth's got all hers, she's gonna find her way back.
Me.
Okay. There's people that way. I don't know what that means.
Abby's feeling for something. Megan's got another 3. Luke's got another 3.
Is that a useless string? Nick, did you say you tell us if it doesn't have it?
I'll call you if you grab them first. Kevin's got another. Kevin's at 3. Kevin needs 1 more.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Hey. There's a hole there, so be careful of the hole. This one. Did I already take this one?
Elizabeth's just trying to get her way back. Kevin's at 3, Megan's at 2, Luke's at 2, and Abby's at 2.
I have no idea where I am at this point.
That'd make it a lot easier. Here, let someone fix that again. Well, no,
Who's already at this tree? Do you have all 4?
All right, Elizabeth has immunity. Elizabeth is the winner. You guys can take your blindfolds off.
Come on, no immunity challenge.
I thought I was like over there.
So, Elizabeth, immunity is yours. You're guaranteed a spot in the final 4. One of the 4 of you will be voted off and become a member of the jury, so you guys can go back to camp and figure stuff out.
That was not scary.
It's not really scary.
I don't like either way. No, I'm gonna go to the water with him and be like, why are you thinking of switching? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe we can get I know what you're saying, but I'm gonna try to get Kevin back on our side. Okay, we will talk to him. So yeah, we're about to come back. We just energy and then. The guys might be on my side. I can't tell. Can we talk in private? I mean, I don't really care. But
Sure.
Rather than say we're
Sure.
underwater. It's making me thinking he's switching. Like, I don't understand. What is he saying that you're thinking of switching?
You're saying top 3 and he's saying top 2.
Okay, I didn't say the same thing to Abby, but I'm going to take you. I think I have a better chance against you in top 2 than Abby. And I think Abby would do the same, actually, to tell you the truth. I don't think Abby's going to take me. Like, the whole thing, like, Michael just said that you were being our pawn or whatever. That's not true. Like,
Did
Michael's
he
just
say
saying,
that?
He said something about, like, you know, you're just being manipulated and, you know, you're not actually, I don't know, whatever he said. I mean, he said,
All
have
right,
fun,
Michael.
3rd place. Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
And then he said something about have fun at 3rd place or good
Yeah, I heard
congratulations on
that.
3rd place. I mean, that's not true.
That was crap.
Because I mean, as much as I want Abby and I like try to like persuade her to take me if she wins top 3, I would understand if she picked you. And the same thing, I think she would understand the same. Like she would understand why I picked you or her because she's played a better game. I feel like she has done those things.
Promise me top 2. Understand. I might be staying with you guys.
Well, the only thing is if we do take Luke with us to Final 4, there's a possibility he's gonna win that. You know, if we take out Luke now,
we know we can beat Megan. We're guaranteed final 3. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He just said you promised me top 4, and I was like, yeah.
She's right. She is
I mean,
right.
she is right. I know, but I hate.
I know, it's just gonna get you farther in the game, that's all I'm saying. If you
I
vote
know,
Luke
I
up,
know.
there's a big chance Luke might win the individual challenge. Therefore, one of us will be going, not Luke. That's my point. If we do take Luke out now, odds are Megan's not going to win the individual challenge. And then you're guaranteed final 3. That's all I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but at the same time,
This sucks.
I mean, it's not even like it's like, okay, so what? So I lost Luke's vote because I lied. I like hate doing that. Like as a person, I don't like backstabbing.
I know, but it's part of the game.
It is.
Which I know Luke will understand that, but
I think we should get Luke out. We're not going to beat Luke.
I know.
Are you okay with that?
Okay.
I know you're working with him now, but that's the only way we're going to be guaranteed 3. Final 3.
Okay.
I was gonna say something, I forgot.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you. It's just the only way you're going to get guaranteed.
No,
the
I
final
know.
3.
I know. It's true. I thought about that too when I said guaranteed in the final 4. I'm like, he's probably gonna win in the final 4
Exactly.
challenge, and then
And then the
This is
final
gonna be
3, and then
screwed
right,
up.
yeah. So that's my point. Get him out now while you still can. There's no idols left.
okay.
I think that's the best way to go.
You're fine with that?
I will.
Are you
I
sticking
promise.
with that?
Okay.
Are you though,
Are you
or
sticking
not?
with
Done
that?
deal.
No. He's not.
Kevin,
sticking with it.
Kevin.
I'm dead serious. I'm with you. I'm with you too. I am. 100%.
Pinky
Oh my
swear.
god.
Get over here.
You pinky promise?
That doesn't mean anything.
Oh, it means
Well,
a lot.
that's a lot to
5-year-olds.
girl.
We're not 5-year-olds. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Is the fans happy?
Yeah.
All right.
They are. Okay.
So I know Elizabeth guaranteed Luke the final 4, but it makes sense to take out Luke now because Luke's gonna beat us in an individual challenge if it involves anything with strength. We have no chance. But with Megan, we do have a chance. And then we're almost guaranteed. I mean, that's 3-1. We're almost guaranteed final 3 right there. So that's my point.
The whole thing was like Luke promised me top 2, and you girls promised me top 3, and that's why I was
Okay.
going for Luke.
If we make final 3 and I win the challenge, I will take you top 2.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I will take you.
Okay.
Luke does not have the numbers right now. I can take you to top 2. I will take you if I do win the third. I mean, or the third.
Yeah.
And there's 3 people left. I will take you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm feeling like a dirty, rotten person, and Luke basically asked me, like, what are you doing? And I basically said, I'm being a backstabber, I'm sorry. I'm like, I mean, because I feel like I haven't really done much backstabbing. Like, I sort of have an alliance, but I'm like, I never thought it was strong. Whereas I promised Luke top 4. But Abby pointed out, if he gets top 4, he's probably going to win in that challenge, which means he would take, the top 3 of us would be out. And so, I mean, it logically makes more sense to vote Luke this next round. And I don't know. Yeah, Luke's probably ticked, but he also, though, does understand it's a game and he'll get over it. And I mean, yeah, I'd be really angry at him at the end, but I still think I might vote for him in the final 2. I don't know. And like, me and Abby both said we'd take Kevin over each other in the final 3. We both said it, so I'm still not like guaranteed to win. It's not like Kevin's a number. We both said we'd take Kevin over each other. So I mean, Kevin's guaranteed final 2 no matter what he does. So I don't think he's gonna switch sides.
All I'm saying is it's up to you, but I think you'd have a better shot with me. I mean, me and you and Megan in the final challenge, we'll be able to, I'm certain one of us would win.
Yeah.
And I'd pick you and you pick me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to pick Megan, right? But if you go with Abby and Todd, they have a better chance of winning. Not necessarily than you, but there's a higher chance that one of them could win, in
I know.
which case it's not a for sure thing. I feel like if you go with me and Megan, it's a much better chance. Make your decision.
Okay. We'll do.
We'll vote. Let's see. The other thing, we'll vote Abby, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she's
Me
got
and
the
her
idol.
voting Abby, so you either vote Abby or me, right?
Probably.
They want to vote me out.
Probably.
Right.
I think that's what they said.
What are you more leaning towards right now? Because you were for Abby before the challenge.
What did they say to you? I guess is what it is.
To be completely honest, before the challenge, when they're putting on my blindfolds, I was thinking with you guys, but now I'm thinking with them.
Why is that?
Because they both promised me top 2.
They both promised.
Both
They
of them.
both promised you top 2.
Oh yeah, of course they did.
I've been with Abby the whole time.
Right.
I think she would actually do
Well,
it.
if you feel better going that way, do that. Well, I think Kevin's making a mistake, but it might not. Actually, he might be making a better choice. So it's really up to him. And yeah, I think I'll be being out in the next round, which is all right. I figured didn't know I was gonna make it this far, so it was fun.
I thought for sure it was me, but it is not going to be me. It is going to be Abby or Luke. But actually, it could still be me because every tribal council so far has been like, this is what you thought, or this. We'll just throw this up in the air and pick whoever we want. And it's nice to know that all the idols are out of play. I wish Luke had gotten immunity, because then I think Kevin would have stayed with me, and then we could have voted Abby out, but I don't know. I don't want Luke to be voted out and then I'm like, oh yay, I'm safe. Like, it's not like that. It's just they see Luke as a bigger threat and they're probably just gonna pick me off next. I mean, that's a fact. So I guess we'll just see what happens. If we can get Abby out, it's more in my favor. It's more in all of our favors, really. But if we don't get Abby out, it's over.
You know, on Friday morning or Thursday night when I was driving up here, thought I had no chance at all for first, at all. I thought I wasn't even going to make the merge. And I'm making the decision of this whole game. It's all up to me. So you saw what's going on. Luke's trying to pull me away from Abby and Elizabeth, and Luke promised me top 2. So I was like, well, that's probably a better situation than the 2 girls, because I thought they'd be picking each other to go to the final 2. I mean, I guess it's a promise, but they can always go behind my back and change their mind on that. But I've always been with Abby this whole game.
Are you on? Luke's pissed.
I would be angry at me too.
Final 5. Abby, what's going through your mind right now?
It's very nerve-wracking. That's basically up to one person.
So Elizabeth, last vote, it seems like a plan finally stayed intact. Are you happy about that? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's getting hard because no matter what you do at this point, you're backstabbing someone. Yeah, so I feel bad. But at the same time, I want to win.
All right, so Megan, where are you at right now? What are you thinking?
I know it's not going to be Elizabeth.
And that's where you're at?
Yeah, I don't know. It was supposed to be me. It was going to be me up until the challenge. And then they want to get Luke out. And we want to get Abby out. So I really don't know.
So when you say we, who's we trying to get out? Abby?
Me and Luke. Just because it was going to be me, and I feel like I should get out the people who are trying to get me so badly.
And so who's going for Luke then?
Oh,
Me and
her and Abby.
Kevin's kind of.
And Kevin is the
It's kind of like we're
decider.
very open back there. There's no, not. I mean, we do walk off, but we kind of just.
Oh yeah, honestly, we were just discussing it.
Then
So
I mean, but who knows? It could just still be me. Maybe their secret plan is just to swap back. I mean, every other tribal council's been like that.
So Kevin, if you're in the middle, what's going through your mind?
Oh my gosh, everything you've imagined.
He's
I
been
don't
in the
even
middle
know.
a lot.
I can't even think straight sometimes.
So how are you basing the vote then?
Everything comes into play, honestly. Past alliances, new alliances, promises.
Broken promises.
Yeah.
All right, so Abby, if it's your neck on the line, why should they keep you?
Well, I've been with Kevin since the beginning of the game. So, and Elizabeth halfway through, and I've stuck with him this entire time.
So Luke, if it's you, why should they keep you?
I think Kevin can have a guarantee to the final too.
All right.
As good a guarantee as he can get anyway.
Does anyone else have anything they want to say? All right, well, we'll go vote. All right. So once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately.
Oh my god, what if he did? What if he voted for like
First
random-
vote, Abby. Second vote, Abby. Third vote, Luke. Fourth vote, Luke. We have 2 votes Luke, 2 votes Abby. And the 5th and final vote, and the 7th member of our jury, Luke. Luke, if you can bring me your stick.
You want me to put it in?
No, go for it, it's fine. So Luke, the tribe has spoken. Congratulations, you guys are the final 4, so you can head back to camp and get ready for what else is in store. Oh, that rhymed.
Yeah, I was disappointed to be voted off, but I think it was probably a good call on Kevin's part. I'm just glad to make it this far. It was fun. Yeah.
We crossed his name off. Pretty.
Oh, it's long.
Congratulations to you all. You are in the final 4, but Survivor has for you all 1 shock more. Your final challenge is next. You all do the math. 3 will go on to face the jury's wrath. Yeah.
We knew
right.
it!
We knew it.
We were totally guessing that.
1 will secure their spot. You used the wrong there. They must simply endure, making their final place safe and secure. You won't be holding coins or full buckets of water, no balancing on logs, balancing balls, or holding up timber. The season 10 finale should not surprise you in the least. Stay in the longest and just don't release. Step up to the tree, wrap your arms, and cling. Hold on for your life and ignore the little sting.
And our arms are tired.
This is your final chance to see the end game. Who will find themselves in the finals and a chance at Survivor fame?
I'm grabbing my sweatpants. Oh, dang it, Jake. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold on very long.
No, my arms are already done.
Well, my arms are tired, but I'm just not good at holding on.
I don't get it. Where in the tree do we go? Like, do we find a branch, or do we literally have to like...
You just hold on, no branches. It's easier than it looks.
Oh, hold on, like,
to-
to the trunk of a tree?
Just any tree. Just grab on.
Oh, and whoever just holds onto the tree longest?
Yep.
Oh. I was picturing he was gonna make us, like, climb up a foot and then just, like, dangle off a branch.
So I kind of knew Kevin was going to go for Luke because he gave me like this look, and I knew he would stick with us. That sounds really cocky, but I didn't mean it to come off that way. So now all we have to do is beat Megan, and I have a feeling that if Kevin wins, I think he would take me with. If I win, I'm probably going to take Elizabeth and Kevin with, just because I've stuck with them forever. We kind of figured it would be 3 people because there's 8 people in the jury right now, so that would work. But I just don't know how I'm going to hang on very tightly because my arms are like still dead from that stupid bucket challenge, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
No.
Do you need a pair?
What are we worried about?
Well, you're going to have to hang on to the tree. One of us has to hang on.
We got it.
I'm taking, if I win, I'll take you and Elizabeth.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's obviously who's top 3. Voted off Luke. I feel like it was a good decision. Actually, it was a really good decision now that I know there's 3 going to the end, because my decision was totally based off who I'd be with at the end, if I'd be promised top 2 or top 3. And if I went with voting off Abby, then the thing I had with Luke wouldn't even matter. Like, it just wouldn't even matter. So, glad I made that decision. Moving forward.
I thought for sure for a while it was going to be me, but Luke just knew it was him. I wish Kevin had gone a different way, because if Luke was in, Luke would win for sure. Isn't his job like
climbing trees or holding onto them. So he would win and he would have taken me and Kevin. So that would have been nice. I think Kevin might take me over Elizabeth. I don't think he particularly like has strong feelings of affection towards Elizabeth. So, and I've stuck with him through, like I've tried to like talk to him, bring him in, like work with him. And I think if he wins, and I mean they keep telling me guys win, so if he wins he might bring me, which would be nice. You know, leave it up to a jury, not like just their like alliances. But if one of those girls wins, I'm out. I'm out for sure.
I really hope there's not a tie, like 3 for me, 3 for Abby, and 2 for like Kevin, or you know, and then it's down to us two, and then what is it like? Do we have to fight for the win, or we have to like re-vote with just the 2 of us? I'm just like, because 8 is an even number, so which means it can tie. I mean, I really want to win. I guess I'd rather have a tie if it was a tie rather than me lose, but thanks. We've all agreed though. Me and Kevin and Abby are going to take each other, even if we have a better chance with taking Megan. We're not going to like do that to each other, so I mean, I'm sure between one of the 3 of us we can hold on longer than Megan, so once Megan drops off, we're just going to all drop off, as long as she doesn't get immunity, so. And it's going to be interesting. Sweatshirt and sweatpants in 90-degree weather.
You guys ready? Okay, so for the last time, I mean, he's back up for grabs. Neck was kind of getting a little destroyed, but so one of the most infamous challenges in Survivor Backyard is the tree cling. It's very simple. You're going to step on one of these logs and wrap your arms and legs around the tree, and you're going to cling on for as long as you can. The last person left hanging to their tree wins immunity, safe from the vote, and they go to the final 3. They get to plead their case to the jury as to why they should win this game. So, here's what we're going to do to help decide the trees. We're going to let you 4 talk first, and if you can decide amongst yourselves what trees goes to what person, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll do kind of a rock, paper, scissors thing to figure it out. But
So the winner doesn't choose who goes to the top 3 with them?
it's still a vote. They're just safe.
Well, that's the big tree. All the other ones are small.
Oh, you guys are going to vote me out, so which trees do you guys not want? I mean, yeah, but like, I'm not going to get immunity. I don't know how long I can hold
So
out here.
if you've got it, you can just kind of choose a tree and go over to
I
it.
mean, I like that tree,
Can we
but
try it first?
I'll take that one.
You can kind of test it out a little bit.
I guess I'll have a big tree. I don't know. I'm gonna be stuck here, so I'm just gonna stay here.
There's one over there too. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge is on. If someone wants to start a timer, that would be kind of cool. Okay. If you hang on, you are pleading your case to the jury as to why you should win this game. It's been a long 3 days. You hurt Abby and Elizabeth probably especially hurt how long they left.
my arms are done already.
Kevin's brother Matt won this challenge in the season he won. Sarah's participated in this challenge. She's done okay. And Hannah's played this challenge twice and won it once. Abby's slipping a little bit.
Hey, did you scratch my name off, Kevin?
All right, Abby's out. We're
Yeah.
down
Did you get mine?
Yeah.
Megan and Kevin left. And you can walk around here. I did too. Megan, stay up.
I think I'm done.
Doing okay?
I'm done.
All right, Megan's out. We're down to Elizabeth and Kevin. And Elizabeth out, which means Kevin is the winner of the final immunity. You guys can come on over. Kevin, immunity is yours. Kevin will be going to the finals. Kevin has a chance of winning this game. The 4 of you can go back and figure out what other 2 of you will be joining him. So,
Is it like travel?
head on back.
Tree's yours.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Before you, wait, hold on.
You have a lot of stuff in your bag.
Yeah, just let me know.
got my first win, individual immunity, so that's really awesome. And then, which is guaranteed a top 3 to vote for the winner, which is like awesome. Like, it's perfect situation for me. That's all I've hoped for, to make it there, and hopefully get as many votes as I can when it's time. We're gonna vote out Megan, and then I'm gonna take Elizabeth and Abby to the end. So.
Well, there's not really much talk at camp, partly because there's 4 of us, but partly just because we already had talked about it beforehand that we just had to hold on longer than Megan, and then whoever won out of that, which we thought, okay, well, Kevin will just probably hold on the longest, we'll just let him win, and then he would pick me and Abby to go on. I mean, I guess he could backstab either of us, but that would be really, really shocking to me. I don't think he's going to, because he hasn't really backstabbed me or Abby the whole time, even though he's like talked with other teams. Like, I don't think he ever was, I mean, he thought about it, but he never did. So to be this far, we all agreed beforehand, no matter what, like, we take each other, even if, like, we might have a better chance taking Megan in the top 3 instead of each other. So yeah, now we're just backing up then. Still pretty nasty and sweaty from the last one.
Last challenge, having the big tree, I knew I probably wouldn't stay on longest. I couldn't wrap my legs around it anyways. And I was fine if Elizabeth or Kevin got it. Now that Kevin has it though, I'm really afraid about Elizabeth because I don't think we can beat her. But I just hope people see that I've played a pretty decent game. I haven't just been like bystanding like Kevin, he's just been kind of going with the flow. I've actually tried to make plans, and I just hope that they see that, because I mean, Elizabeth kind of has too, but she also has been kind of like Kevin in a way too, so that's just what I'm hoping for.
Oh, I'm out for sure. I mean, Abby and Elizabeth have this weird alliance where I don't even know where it came from. I held on for a minute. I didn't think I could do that. I think it was easier without sweatpants. I don't know. There's not like any cuts or anything. My only hope was, I knew from past years the person who gets immunity chooses who they go into the final 2 with, and my only hope was Kevin gets to choose and I got to go with him. So I'm happy I got this far. It's been awesome. Final 4, it's like almost top 20%. So that's been pretty great. I just wish their weird alliance thing wasn't the way it was. Because, like, Elizabeth, I mean, it's because of her sister, but that just played out in a way that bothered me a little. But yeah, and I'm not helping with cleanup. They're final 3. They can do it.
So it's the last vote. Elizabeth, what's going through your mind right now?
I can't believe I made it this far.
All right, so last tribal council, Megan, you guys vote off Luke, and how'd that make you feel?
I don't know. I voted for Abby. I think it was the right decision. But you could have held on to that tree a really long time.
So Abby, what were your thoughts when you saw what the final challenge was?
I was just glad Luke wasn't in it at that point. Because I know he would have been the one hanging on the longest.
So Kevin, did plans change at all when you found out it was the final 3?
No. I made the plan when it was 4. I made my decision when we were at 5 and we were voting to 4. But it did make my decision better when I realized it was going to be top 3.
All right, so Elizabeth, is it clear who's going in this vote, or are things still mixed up?
Well, I feel like we've been pretty open at the camp since like top 6 maybe. And so I feel like it's pretty clear.
So who thinks that it's them?
Oh, it's me.
Like, it's you, Megan?
me.
So why should they keep you if you're the one that's going?
There's nothing I can say. They're an alliance.
Abby, do you have any response to that?
I mean, we do have an alliance, but it could be smart to keep her as well. In hopes that we might be able to win against her, but
All right. Does anyone else have anything they want to say? All right, well, we'll do the last vote. So, Kevin, you can go vote. All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person vote will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. First vote, Elizabeth. Second vote, Megan. Third vote, Megan. So you have 2 votes Megan, 1 vote Elizabeth. And the last vote, and the 8th and final member of our jury, Megan. Megan, sibling your stick. Megan, tried. Gonna head over there. Alright, well, you guys are the final 3. You've gone as far as you can go this game, so now the game kind of shifts over to the jury. So they're gonna have questions for you guys when we come back, so you guys think of what you want to say to them. Jury, come up with some questions that you want to ask the 3 of them. And when we're cleaned up, we will have our last tribal council. So you guys can head back.
I'm disappointed, definitely, but I made it so much farther than I thought I would. I'm really proud of getting to the Final Four. That was amazing. A lot of them, I don't think they're thinking about like the winner. I think they all think they're gonna win now with the jury, and it's just like they didn't make their alliance cleverly. And like Kevin is a little naive, like sticking with his alliance the entire time. Like the point is moving around, but I made it so much farther. I beat all the other Scholastica people. That was exciting, and it was great. And I want to say thank you to Jake for making me do it. Well, Final 3, we made it.
I can't.
I'm ready to be done.
believe it because I never make it this far ever.
No, me neither. This is the farthest I've ever made it. Kevin's pretty proud of himself too. We're all proud of ourselves. Oh my gosh, it's so great to make it to Final 3. I've never made it this far. I'm surprised I made it this far. Like, you always have this plan, but it never works out. And I mean, like, the plan changed a lot, you know, in the process, but, you know, to still make it. And like, I feel like it's gonna be hard to plead my case because I'm talking to my alliance. Like, we all played the same, a similar game. I mean, I feel like I can say to the jury, like, over Kevin, like, I feel like Kevin kind of just went with whoever was leading, and I felt like me and Abby were leading at different times. In general, though, I feel like Abby did play, like, maybe a better game, or she was more of a leader. I mean, maybe I could, so it's like, I don't know. I mean, she's going to say that, too. And it's like, I don't know how to plead my case over her, because I think it's going to be between me and her, other than, like, she has gotten the Final 3 before. The first year she was second year she was 1. But at the same time, it's like, okay, that's beginning seasons is way less people, not as big of a deal. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna say. I mean, like, say something about her winning and me sticking to alliances and backstabbing is the smallest amount possible, or even like I was upfront with people when they were gonna go, like, I'm sorry, it's not because of you, like, this is what we're doing because it'll get me farther, like, which sounds selfish, but that's kind of what Survivor's all about. You have to survive. And I'm just gonna be as honest as I can during questions and stuff. Just be honest and not lie about why I did something or whatever. Just so that, I don't know, hopefully they vote for me, because like, I'm so close. I really, really want to win now, but you know, I think it's going to be really close between all of us. And then if there's like a tie vote, I don't know what's going to happen. That's going to be a little shocker too. So we'll see. Maybe there'll be 2 winners. Never say never.
Excited I made it this far. I never make it this far. I'm just excited. I'm just worried about Elizabeth. I don't know if I have a chance, but I think I played a better strategic game than all of them. Like, Kevin really didn't do much. I kind of just kept him around for numbers, which sounds bad. But I think I did a lot more than both of them, so I'm just hoping that the jury sees that and they're not mad. Like, I know some of them are obviously going to vote based off of that we stabbed them in the back. I mean, that's just inevitable. But I just hope that they look at our game. I know, like, Patrick's probably going to vote for Kevin because he's a guy, and I just hope it's not like that. But I'm just happy I made it this far. But coming this way is 3 days. It'd be really nice to win, and I just really want to win, and I just hope that the jury sees that.
I made it. It's awesome. It's all smiles all around until we sit in that chair over there. It's gonna be like people are just throwing stuff at you and you gotta fend off yourself. because I know it's going to be terrible, terrible questions, and I'm not the best person that, or I don't specialize in answering questions well. So hopefully my gameplay has won a lot of votes, but if not, that's fine.
All right, so final three. You guys made it all the way. This is how the final tribal council works. First, you'll get a chance to make a case, kind of tell the jury why you think you deserve to win. And the jury will be able to come up. They'll ask one or two or all of you a question, and then you'll be able to have a chance to respond. And after it's all said, you'll get one closing case why you should win, and then we will vote for our winner. So, Abby, you can start.
All right.
Try to keep the volume up. So.
I think I played a pretty strategic.
Stand up because Ken can't see you.
I think I played a pretty strategic game throughout the whole time. I stuck with Kevin and Sarah Dodd for the majority of the time, actually the whole time. And I kind of took Kevin along as numbers, just for a number to have as a vote. And I think I did the majority of the planning. I don't think I really stabbed that many people in the back. Michael would probably be the one that I stabbed in the back. Other than that, I really did stick to my alliance, and that's all I can really say. I think I played a pretty strategic game.
Kevin, you're up.
I'd for sure say loyalty was my best move. I really tried to stay loyal to as many alliances that I made or joined, and I just try to pick the best one that would help out my game, but also who deserves it more to stay in the game. And also, I was a good team player. I really went for the win every single time because I'm a competitive person. So,
Elizabeth.
Okay, well, I would say in past years there's no way I deserve to win because I would just get on with if I had an alliance, I would be with just friends, and it would kind of just be like, let's just vote out whoever isn't in our friend group. And this year I actually came in and like right away I talked to Hannah and Marshall and we made an alliance, and we were sticking to that alliance until Hannah got out because of all the switches. And I feel like at the merge I knew that Sarah, my sister, like I knew I wanted to align with her and whoever her alliance was, and so then that's how I kind of got Kevin and Abby, and I've stuck with that alliance since then and tried to be honest with that. And I mean, for the most part, I feel like I've played a clean game and tried not to like backstab people. I guess the exception to that would be Luke, because I did tell him one thing and I did something completely different, and that was just like because I wanted to win. So I know that was like my one like dirty move I guess I shouldn't have done. But yeah, I guess I've been playing a long time, and the last year, this year especially, I actually came, and was trying to play the game not just with friends, but actually trying to win and use strategy in it.
So now the jury will get their chance. To Sarah, if you want to come up over here, and Liz, if you need to move so you can get Sarah and all three of them in. So.
Alright, so all three of you casted a lot of the votes that got the jury voted out, and I want to know if any of us that got voted out, you were specifically responsible for orchestrating the plan that voted us out. So let's start with Abby. So of the people in the jury, was it your plan that got any of us voted out?
I think Luke definitely, because I knew that if it came down to the final four, none of us had a chance of beating Luke in a strength challenge, which it was the tree hugging challenge. So there was no way we could have beaten Luke through that. That's why we kept Megan instead of Luke, and I kind of put that out there.
Alright, Elizabeth, are you responsible for orchestrating any of those?
I would say I'd be most responsible for Michael's, I guess, just because I brought it up first, because Abby and Kevin and me were in alliance with him, but at the same time he won challenge after challenge, and I was saying, like, if he loses his next one, this might be our only chance to get him out. And so I guess if I was responsible for one of them, it would have been Michael's the most for sure. And then I felt like us three talked about a lot of the other ones and kind of decided as a group, and then maybe got like one or two other people in.
Okay. Kevin?
I feel like I was less the one that chose who they wanted out. I just kind of like would say, yeah, I like that, or maybe we should do someone else. But I was the split vote a lot, so I mean, I guess you could say I did choose which one would be out a lot. So it could be like probably half of you, but I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. Okay, Sarah, Dad, you're next.
Alright, this question is for Abby and Elizabeth. What do you think your biggest move in the game is?
Elizabeth, you want to go first?
Yeah, if you have some reasons.
I honestly think my biggest move was when we decided to team up and it was getting down to the bottom, and I was able to sway her to get Luke out just because we were able to make it farther in the game. I know he was this one like the swing vote, so I knew if we had Luke out, I could guarantee him to the final two. So I think that was one of the biggest moves.
Elizabeth, do you have an answer?
I think, I guess I don't know, it's not necessarily one specific time, but finding an alliance, like, me and Megan, I think, were the only two people that moved to 4 different camps, or we're at 4 different camps, or 4 different teams, or whatever, and so just finding an alliance in each one, or finding new people to align with, or sticking back to your old one and just making it that far. I think that, in general, just, like, with all the switches and stuff, being able to find an alliance in each camp was, like, my biggest strength.
Marshall, you're next.
My question's for all of you. If I had not been voted off when I was, what was your individual plan for me? Like, what were you gonna like? When were you gonna vote me off? And like,
Okay,
etc.
Okay, well, for most of you, you probably know by now, but Marshall voted off Sarah, who I wanted to be in the alliance with because she's my sister, but Marshall wanted to break up the alliance, and I got really angry because we've been working together since the beginning, and basically then he said, they're going to vote you off next, you're next, here, take my immunity idol, which obviously I was like, alright, whatever, we're a team forever then. So, after that, we were planning on voting off Luke, just because he's a big threat, and then I was picturing, because I knew that Sarah had been working with Kevin and Abby, and so I was picturing me, Marshall, Kevin and Abby in the end, and then I didn't know who else was going to make it farther, but I was even planning on taking Marshall maybe all the way to the end, just because he won last year, so I thought there's a chance, like, even though he played a really good game, there's a chance I could still win against him since he won this last year.
On the way back, when we were going to travel when you got voted out, I didn't hear any plans at all. No one told me any names. And then right when I was walking out, 2 people mentioned your name. So I thought they were from my tribe, or my alliance too. So I decided it's my only option, I guess. So I just chose you. How far I picture you going? I mean,
Would you have voted me off right after that anyway, or like?
no. I mean, it seemed like you didn't really want to be in alliance with me, and that's fine. You were a big threat, but I feel like we needed to get others out first. So I would wait a little longer on you. It was my decision.
Abby?
Okay, so if you didn't get voted out, I was already working with Sarah and Elizabeth, and with Michael too. And I think if you did stay in, if Elizabeth took you in, I probably would have as well, just to have another number. And usually when somebody tries voting somebody off again right away, it never works.
Jamie, you're up.
Okay, so my question's also for all of you. Can you describe your method of getting you this far in the game? If you had to put words in that, how you got this far.
I guess my method was to try to backstab as least as possible and to actually watch what I said on camera and off of camera to groups, because in past years I've just kind of opened my mouth and said whatever I wanted. Like in one year I was like, well, you're basically going to lose, so I might as well give up now. Like, I've said that to people. And I feel like I was careful about what I said to people and tried to stay, like, again, like we said, true to our alliance, which I stayed true to mine
basically the whole time, or at least my original alliance, or original few people that I was with after the merge. And I think that's what's helped get me far, to be able to know that, like, yes, I'm trustworthy, and yes, I can trust, like, Kevin and Abby, even though there was a lot of other talk and stuff going on.
So,
Abby, go.
okay, I tried sticking with, like, I stuck with Kevin and Sarah throughout the entire game until Sarah was voted off, and then we took in Elizabeth. So I tried to stay with the same group of people, but I was also flexible. I mean, backstabbing is part of the game. Like, people have to be voted off no matter what, and you have to look at the people who you're with, because if they're stronger than you, obviously you're going to want to get them out. Otherwise, there's no point. I mean, it's fine up until you have your two teams. You want the strongest people good at puzzles. I mean, that's common sense. So,
I'd say the two biggest things was loyalty and trying my hardest in the challenges. I really want to pull out the win every single time as a team, because no one wants to go to tribal council, and I'd like to keep the team the same. And also loyalty. I stuck with these two pretty much the whole game. We were split up, but then we came back and still wanted to work together, and I felt like we were loyal to each other the whole time.
Patrick, you're up.
My question is for Kevin. Kevin, why did you choose to work with these two particularly?
Because honestly, before I went into teams, I didn't really go up to people and ask them if they wanted to work with me. It was kind of, I think both of them approached me first, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'd for sure work with you. And then just bringing that loyalty aspect, like, if they think this person should be gone, then I'd for sure consider that.
Alright. Michael, you're next.
So first off, congratulations to all three of you. Regardless of how I feel about how you played the game, you're sitting there, I'm standing here, so you got me. Good game. I want to start with Kevin. A lot of the things you've been saying, you were very loyal, you went along with the plan. Why do you think that that way of playing is more deserving than Abby and Elizabeth, who are coming up with plans?
Because it's because you can only have one leader on really anything you can think of, and then the rest kind of follow suit and let them know if that's a bad idea or not. It's not always good to have two leaders in a group or an alliance, so I just kind of felt like I didn't need to take that role on who we should vote next. But if it was up to me, like all the split votes were, I mean, I decided which one was best for the team.
While I may not agree with you, I do applaud you for being able to play the middle game. Everyone did need your votes. You're always in a safe spot, so I think I do congratulate you on that, but I don't know if you're going to basically say that you were a follower, not a leader. So I'll turn to you two now. So, Elizabeth, I always told myself that I would vote for the person to win who was most responsible for me getting out, because I respect the game. However, I do have a few kind of issues with the way you played that I think you made some mistakes, so I just kind of want to give you the chance to kind of, I don't know, say what you need to say to me. Like, it got back to me that right at the merge that after Luke went, you wanted to target me when I was supposed to be voting with you. And that was ultimately the reason that Sarah was out, because I didn't think that I could trust you to the end. So you said that you tried to play a quieter game, but how do you say that when some of your plans did get back?
Right when we went to the merge, I was thinking Sarah, Kevin, Abby, me, and Marshall were like good, and so then I was picking off people I felt threatened by, like you and Luke and Patrick eventually, like, and so I guess I was going more, not like, because like you won 3 in a row, or you won 3 total or whatever, so I was just thinking, because I didn't know you were in an alliance with, I didn't know you and Abby had anything going. So I was like, let's get him off right away, like when we can. And then when I found out that like Abby did have an alliance with you, then I was like, okay, well I really didn't want that. I wanted you off right away. But then I realized, okay, at the same time, I need to stick with the alliance I have, and I wasn't gonna like switch sides completely. And so at times I did listen to Abby or, you know, what my alliance wanted to do. And so like, for example, when we voted off Jamie, I would have rather voted off someone else first, like you. But then I said, okay, well, I'll listen this time, we'll vote off Jamie, but then, you know, like, then that's later on when I was like, okay, I really want to get Michael out. I know we're in an alliance with him, I know it's going to seem like a backstab, but at the same time, I don't, like, he could win every single one from now on, and if us three want to be in the final three, we have to win them all.
Okay, thanks. And then, Abby, I thought, from when I was in the game with you, it looked like you were playing a really good game, but honestly, I'm really disappointed with you. You're going to sit here and say that your biggest move was to convince him to vote out Luke? Like, do you not want to take credit for Marshall? Do you not want to take credit for Jamie? Do you not want to, like, own your game, Abby? Come on, like, I'm sitting here, like, say it. You are such a big part of so many of these votes. Are you really going to sit here and say that Luke is your best move? Because I think you made a lot of great moves, so I want to give you the opportunity, like, take credit, like.
Okay, well, with Marshall, it was kind of like between us. I mean, you had mentioned it, and then we finally got the people to get him because he was a big threat. Jamie was next because she can also be a threat. We had no idea what was going through her mind. Very difficult to understand sometimes to be with. So, I mean, I was, but I think Luke was the biggest one because she had made a promise. She doesn't break those promises. As you can see, she sticks to her alliances. And I mean, backstabbing is a part of this, and I think it worked out well that we got rid of the stronger people first. So.
I would agree with you. Backstabbing is part of it. You lied to me, you used me, you backstabbed me, but at the end of the day, you played the game, and you played a damn good game. So, congratulations to all three of you.
All right, Luke, you're up.
Well, I'll start with Kevin. What do you think your biggest move was in this game?
Did we already get ready?
Those
two got it, but Kevin didn't.
Biggest move was, it was a hard decision, was when there was 5 left and I decided who I wanted to take to the final, when I was picking final 2. It was either going to be you or these two. Well, you and you two, or these two, yeah. So yeah, I felt like that was the biggest one. It took me a lot of time to think of it, and I was going back and forth. Yeah, it was a very tough decision.
And then also, you were in a lot of tribal councils, especially when you were on the second merge team. How many times did your name come up in the votes?
Not too much. It was kind of like, we kind of made plans that the person going out would probably vote me, and then the rest would be voted for them. So it would come up like once or twice, maybe, and that's about it.
Alright, Dad, out of the 3 of you, who do you think was the strongest player, and who do you think was kind of the leader out of the 3 of you?
I think definitely at times it was Abby, and there was definitely times when it was me. I feel like Kevin kind of just listened to what we said, and he was, like we said before, on the fence about a variety of votes. And at times, I listened to Abby, like when I voted off you, and at times, like with Michael, I said, no, like, let's do this now. So I think it was kind of like a combination. I can't speak for, because me and Abby didn't work together until the merge, so I guess I don't know about the rest of like her game, if she was leading her group or whatever. And then with my original alliance with Marshall and Hannah, I was the one that talked to both of them, so I guess I started the alliance, and then we kind of all talked about it as a group, what we were going to do, which we only ever had to vote out Garrett, but then after that, you're still talking. So then it was kind of just a joint thing.
Alright, Abby, at what point did you want to vote me off, and at what point in the game did you feel pretty confident that you were going to be final 2 or 3 with the people you wanted?
once there was 5 people left, or 6 was Michael. Okay, I must have been 5. Michael was 6. I knew we had the numbers, so I wasn't too worried. But then I was also worried about Kevin switching over also. What was the other question?
At what point did you want me voted off?
I kind of went with the group as whether or not we were voting you off. Like when we voted for, when the Sarah Dodd was being voted, I think I voted for you that time because that's just what I had been told to vote for, and we kind of just all said that we were going to, and that was switched up. But especially once she had promised you Final Four, I knew you weren't going anywhere. And then once it came down to the Final Four, I knew that none of us were going to beat you, so that's when I knew that we had.
All right.
All
That's
right.
all I got.
Megan, you're last.
Alright, so you talked about how you 2 were leaders and you were a follower. How did you choose that? Did it just happen as the game progressed? And do you think that was the right role, the beneficial role? Yeah, everyone.
I think I naturally am a leader, especially like in game type situations. And so, but then I can also follow. There's definitely instances in my daily life where I'm either a leader or a follower, just depending on the situation. And so I feel like I did a pretty good job of balancing that. And like I've already talked about how sometimes Abby led, sometimes I was the one initiating. And so I feel like in Survivor you can't be a really, really strong leader or else you sometimes are voted off and backstabbed. Like Michael is a really strong leader, and I think sometimes that's what what scares people off. And at the same time, you can't follow the whole time. I mean, sometimes it gets you far, but then it's like, well, did you play a good game? So.
Coming to the game, I really wanted to be a leader. But one of the personalities I have is I'm quiet, and I try not to be. So I feel like I was just kind of put in that role to follow. But if there was any times like where I needed to become the leader, I'd really try to do the best decisions for the team.
When I came in, I'm like, I'm going to be quiet, lay low, I don't want to ruin anything early, but once we started getting our group together, our alliance, I'm like, I actually think I can do this. I thought I was going to be a leader. Right when we teamed up, I'm like, I think I can do this now. So, and it just kind of happened from there. Like Elizabeth said, she led some of it, I led some of it, but I still think I played the more strategic.
All right. So we'll give you brief closing statements. So Elizabeth, anything else you want to say to the jury?
I guess what I'd say is, me and Abby, it sounds like, from what we've said, we've both played a pretty strategic game. I guess the one difference is that she has won before. She won 1 year, and I've been playing for 6 years, never even got close to winning, never even been top 3. So I guess even if we both deserve it the same amount, it seems like it'd be more fair to give it to someone that hasn't won. And that I felt like I balanced leading and following a good amount.
Kevin?
I just was a good team player. I really wanted to give it my best in all the challenges. I wanted to go with the decisions that were made and make sure they're right for the team and for the alliances. So.
Abby?
Okay. I don't like it when people bring up that you won. I mean, that was 8 years ago. Things have obviously changed since 8 years ago. I've been playing for 9. That's still a long time. I don't know. I think I played a better strategic game.
All right. So it is now time to vote. Jury, remember, you are voting for one of the 3 of them for who you want to win. You're writing down the name for who you want to win. So Sarah, you can go vote. And also for the people who played multiple years, thanks for putting up with Abby, Sarah, Patrick, as many years you played, Elizabeth, Hannah, but this honestly has been the best season ever, and I couldn't have asked for a better 10th year. So, that said, you want to see your name. It takes 5 votes to win, or could take 4 depending on how the votes lay out. But, so here we go. First vote, Abby. Feel free to clap. Make a little noise, it's so dead otherwise. Second vote, Elizabeth. Woo! Third vote, Dodd, Elizabeth. There's 2 votes Elizabeth, 1 vote Abby. Fourth vote, Abby. So 2 votes Abby, 2 votes Elizabeth. 5th vote is for Abby. So 3 votes Abby, 2 for Elizabeth. 6th vote, Elizabeth.
Yes!
So 3 votes Elizabeth, 3 votes Abby. 7th vote is Elizabeth. So we have 4 votes Elizabeth, 3 votes Abby. And our last vote, and the winner of Survivor Backyard, Elizabeth. So Elizabeth, congratulations, you won. Abby got 2nd, Kevin got 3rd. But yeah, thank you everyone for playing. You can load up and go get some ice cream.
I don't even know what to do with my life right now.
But the 3 of you need to do like your final interviews to see Liz at the camera and Kevin.
Really had fun this season. Glad I made it to the top 3. It's really awesome. It's my 2nd season. My 1st season I was like, I don't know, 13th or 12th. So it was kind of bad, but I'm really glad I made it past the merge and even this far. Elizabeth and Abby did play very good games, so I'm totally fine with both of them taking 1st and 2nd. So yeah, had a great year.
And I got 2nd, but I'm still disappointed because I still think I played a better game than Elizabeth, but I mean, there's not much I can do. It's not, I can't decide that, so. But I'm so glad I got 2nd.
Okay, well, the feeling of winning is amazing. I can't believe, I was really thinking that Abby was going to win because in many ways I feel like she did play a more strategic game, or she led more, which doesn't necessarily mean she did, but she did play a really good game. And like, when I would have, like, she's what got us through there when I voted off Luke, and she did vote off Luke. So I feel like I'm just amazed when I saw my name. It was the best feeling ever. And to be, I mean, to finally win Survivor is amazing, but to be for the 10th season and like 3 days and actually really like disgusting and hard out there, it's even like even more amazing. So.
So I'm for sure not voting for Kevin because he did just follow. He didn't really do much other than listen to the other people that he was working with. I would want to vote for Abby because she did play a really strategic game, but I know Elizabeth did also, and I think Elizabeth did a really good job of moving alliances when she needed to and getting people out that she saw as really big threats and not being afraid to take those risks to get them out. So for that, I'm going to vote for Elizabeth.
Well, I do think Abby played a really good game and was very strategic in who she voted off. I vote has to be Elizabeth because she was able to change alliances and create new alliances throughout all the different team switches and come into a new alliance that was already formed between Abby and Kevin. So I think the game should go to her.
Given my options up there, Abby didn't sway me, and since I'd gone out, I wanted Elizabeth to get here, and I didn't think it would happen, but she has played the best game.
I'm voting for Abby because as much as I am bitter that I did get voted out because of her, I was not in alliance with her. She played a damn good game, and I'm appreciative of that.
Just vote for Kevin. Vote for Kevin.
Because I just have to. It didn't seem like you really backstabbed anybody, and I appreciate when that happens, I guess.
Yeah, I think it went a little into.
This is a very tough vote. I think both Abby and Elizabeth played really good games. Kevin, while I applaud his positioning skills, he didn't make the strategic decisions that I'm looking for in a winner. I said I would vote for whoever got me out, but I feel like Abby played the stronger game overall, but
Michael, I know it's hard, you gotta make decisions.
gotta go with my gut. I think you played the better game. You always knew what was going on, and you were the deciding factor for a lot of votes, and I think overall you played the stronger game. Sorry, Elizabeth.
Stayed true to your alliance and you backstabbed me a little bit. That was alright.
I'm gonna vote for Abby because her game was far and above the other two, and I don't think Elizabeth is taking enough responsibility for the backstabbing she did do.